welcome to another edition of Four Dice Boxing, the quick play version, brought to you, of course, by Scorecard, games and more, where we bring you sports games at its finest. Yesterday we brought you the opening round of the World Boxing League Heavyweight Championship Tournament using quick play boxing. We're doing the same today with the Global Boxing Organization. These are current heavyweights that are going to battle it out for the right to make it and advance to the championship. Those two organizations will crown a champion, and then we'll move on to the legendary division, which will include all former or champions or current champions, if you will. They'll battle out in the more featured boxing divisions in the heavyweights. But again, this is the Global Boxing Organization. These are 16 fighters who have not won a world title. And we're going to start out with the first match. It's Charles Martin, 34-1, taking on Filip Hrgovic, 17-1. Remember, with Four Dice Boxing, the quick play game, we play with two 10-siders. Two 10-siders, we're looking for doubles or a low to high sequence. That will trigger an event, such as a knockdown, a knockout, a defense, a cut, or whatnot, and that will adjust and alter the score of the dice roll. The dice roll is combined with the fighters' ratings to give them a total. Now, in the quick play version, we play one roll for each boxer. Now, in the advanced quick play, for a title or a main event, you would each roll twice for the boxers, and that would give them two opportunities to gain an event or add up the points and earn a win. So here's Charles Martin against Hrgovic. Martin goes first. He's the underdog, but he's going first. He rolls a 79. Here's Filip Hrgovic. He gets a 37. That's not going to be enough. We're going to have our first upset of the first match. And it is Martin with the winner of Hrgovic, 170 to 139. That's a 31-point difference. Not enough here for the TKO check, but it is enough for the unanimous decision. So Charles Martin wins by unanimous decision over Hrgovic. Next up, Adam Konecki against Justice Huni. Konecki is 24. Huni is 4-0. Favored will go first. Huni with a 79. Nice numbers. Again, no event rolled. Here's Konecki. Rolls a 44. That is going to be trouble. That's going to be a cut. So there will be a cut to the boxer. Minus 10. Cut. We got to go on the cut chart. So Huni is cut. We simply go on the cut chart to see what happens. And we roll 3 six-sided dice. And we get an 8, 9. So we got a cut under the bridge of the nose. There will be no TKO check. With now a better chance. He's going to need a high number, though. He rolls a 69. That's not going to be enough. So Konecki will still lose. He loses by 20 some odd points, which is going to make that a unanimous decision. So Huni, despite the fact that he got a cut under his nose at the bridge of the nose, will still win by unanimous decision. He did do a lot better and a lot more in the fight than Konecki. Okay, so we move on. Next fight, we've got Nelson Heisa, 21-0, undefeated, against Marat Kasabe, 46. As you notice, these heavyweights are not common names to either the United States, Britain, or Canada. Here's Kasabi, 42. It's going to be a close fight, but since Haas was a bigger favorite, he's going to win by 23. That's going to make it a unanimous decision. Another one for Heisa. Okay, we go to our fourth match already. Tony Yoka, 13-3 against Agit Kabayal. Kabayal is a ranked boxer currently in the standings. He's 25-0 with a 104.4 rating. 75, nothing to disappoint here. Nice numbers added to his 104 rating. It's going to give him 179.4. Yoka's going to need a miracle. He draws an 84, which is good, but it's only good enough for 170. But it's only a 9-point difference, and it becomes a split decision win for Agit. So a split decision for Agit on that. Now we go to Ricky Torres, 39-1, 49.5 rating against Arslanbek Makamudov. Excuse me if I'm butchering these names, but he's 19-2. He's the favorite, of course. He draws an 81. That's going to be hard to beat. Not enough, of course, to draw an event. So let's see what Torres can do. He's going to need something. 20 is not going to get it done. Low-scoring fight for Torres. Just did not put up numbers. 182 to 69. Now we are going to go to a TKO check because it's more than 45 points. We'll look under TKO check and see what happens. We're going to be rolling for 12, and the adjustment defensively, Torres is a +3. That's going to be even harder for him. A 6 + 3 is a 9. No TKO. Big win, but no TKO for Makhmudov. Gets the big win, unanimous decision. So as you see, 4-dice boxing goes relatively quick. You're trying to roll for an event. It even would go quicker if I'm not announcing. Here's Bahovic Javalov, 14-0 against Riyad Murray, 34-3. Javalov, with his 14-0 record, the favorite, rolls an 82. Big numbers. That's going to put him over 200 for the match. And Murray rolls a 67. That is going to trigger an event. So 67 will go under the 6 column. Actually, what we got to do is roll that. Let me see. Let's roll 62. It's actually going to be a dice roll, 62. I apologize. Because on a sequence doesn't guarantee an event. You roll again. If it's 1 to 50, it is the result in that category, in that particular tens dice roll. And if it's 51 to 100, it becomes the dice roll. In this case, the 62 becomes the dice roll. That gives Murray a 162.3 rating, or points, but it's certainly not enough, so it's more than 45. And we're going to check for TKO for Jalovov. And let's see if he gets that. Murray is a 0 defender. So it's 6, no adjustment, no TKO either. So it's going to be a unanimous decision for Jalovov. So we got yet another unanimous decision. Sorry, I apologize, folks, if it's boring. This is only our second time using the new Logitech webcam for the videos. Prior to, I'd do a screenshot and announce the fights, but in quick play, they tend to be a little bit less dramatic, if you will. And we're going to get through these final 2 fights, and we're going to post. Here's Derek Cesaro, you know him, Cesaro, against Fabio Wardley. 2 ranked fighters Fabio is a 117.4 rated fighter, 94% on the knockout. Here we go. He rolls a 59, which is not bad. Total score for Fabio Wardley is 176.4. On the other side, just a 9.09. Had it been 9.0, it would have triggered a possible event. But Cicero just does not have it today. Just a 63.6 points. Way. Almost nearly 100-point difference. And we're going to go to the TKO and try again. Cicero is the 0 defender. 2-0, no TKO. So again, another unanimous decision on this one. At least in the last set of outs for the World Boxing League title, we saw a TKO and we saw a draw. We've had nothing but one split decision here. We've seen nothing but. So we're in our last bout. It's Efe Ajaba, 21-1, against Joseph Parker, who many think will get a real eventual shot at the heavyweight championship. He's the highly favorite in this tournament, and he will roll first. But only a slight favorite over Ajaba, who's 21-1 with 92 points. Parker with 109.5. 18, that's a weak roll for Joseph Parker. And we could see an upset in this one. Ajaba, let's see, he rolls at 84, a big upset. So Joseph Parker gets ousted in round 1 of the Global Boxing Organization tournament, the opening round, and it is a 40-point difference. So we're going to check for the TKO. Parker is a 0. It's a 6-0. No knockout, no TKO there. High numbers get you TKOs. And Jabba did not get the TKO win, but he does qualify for the unanimous decision. So there you have it, folks. The opening round of the Global Boxing Organization tournament. Thank you for watching. You've been watching the Global Boxing Organization Heavyweight Championship Tournament, brought to you by Fordyce Boxing. I'm Kevin Elias.